Hi everyone, welcome to video number 12 in our series of practice building videos. I'm Dr. Michael L. Johnson. Hope you're having a great day. Right now, I'd like to talk with you about peripheral neuropathy. And the reason peripheral neuropathy is near and dear to me is I have a lot of health issues. I'm sure you can tell just looking at me, but I have an autoimmune thyroid, I have peripheral neuropathy, I have MS. I have autoimmune conditions. This whole program started when I wrote my book. And the reason I wrote my book is I used to have migraine headaches, severe migraine headaches, knock down, drag out, couldn't go to work, adjust a patient, go downstairs, vomit because I was so sick, come back up, adjust another patient. And I got into Dr. Carrick's neurology protocols, neurology modules, neurology program, whatever you want to call it, the Carrick Institute, carrickinstitute.org. Because I have a lot of people that ask me, why are you so passionate about helping patients, helping doctors, doing all this stuff, putting videos on? Where do you get the time? It's because all of this has helped me so much. Okay? So I was able to really heal myself as a result of Dr. Carrick's protocols. Exercise with oxygen therapy, neurological testing and treatment. And I have not had a migraine. I used to have migraines for 9 long years. I haven't had a migraine since August of 1998. The last migraine I had, I was in Chicago, Illinois, August of 1998, attending a seminar with my family. So, that's why I'm on this quest. That's why I'm doing all of this stuff. So that's my intention, my agenda. But it was 2008. And what had happened was my daughter Mary was very sick and she almost passed away. She was so sick. She was down in Madison. I got really stressed out, developed severe sciatica. And the first time I developed severe sciatica was 2001. And I went down to see a doctor in Texas and she examined me and put me on oxygen for 30 minutes, adjusted me, did the same thing again. I walked out, I was 50% better after about 8 months of suffering with severe sciatica. She did the same thing the next day. I didn't have a problem after that point. It was miraculous. This is why I came back into I had 3 offices at the time, and I said, look, I am going to make sure that we are using oxygen with all of our patients. So then, coming back to 2008, I got on oxygen. It did help me, but the residual was peripheral neuropathy, numbness in my toes. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that have really helped me. See, there's another guy out there with a peripheral neuropathy program, but he's not addressing patients metabolically. And God bless him, and he's highly critical of me and has nothing good to say about me. It doesn't matter, whatever. And the reason I say that is because I actually suffer with it. And some of the things that I'm going to talk to you about addressing peripheral neuropathy has helped me. Now, am I 100%? No. Do I still have numbness? Yes. Is it better than it was before? Much. Why is that? Because of the things I'm going to share with you. Okay? So, here's our message board. You've been seeing it for the last, how many videos? But we have an entire section, diabetes, dizziness and balance disorder, fibromyalgia. We're going to get into these other conditions here shortly in the next few videos. But we have a peripheral neuropathy section. And you can see here there is just tons of information, 2 pages worth of peripheral neuropathy information. What are we going to do with peripheral neuropathy? What did I do to help myself? Well, the first thing I did was I was examined neurologically. There are specific neurological tests that you can do for peripheral neuropathy patients. Nobody owns the patent or the copyright on these things, as much as some other guy wants to tell you that. It's ridiculous. These are neurological tests. I mean, this guy learned at the same place I learned it from Dr. Carrick. We're both board certified chiropractic neurologists. So you want to check the patient thoroughly, neurologically, And there are specific tests. And then secondly, you want to address the patient metabolically. You want to run those same tests that I talked about in the metabolic video. You want to run the same tests that I talked about in the video with the thyroid. And those tests are complete blood work, Cyrex testing, an ASI, an adrenal stress index. You want to run a 2105 stool microbial and an organic acid test. So what happened in my case metabolically, I had some bad blood work. Insulin resistance, I'm addressing it. Insulin resistance is a blood glucose level above 99. 85 to 99 is normal, below 85 is hypoglycemia. 85 to 99 is normal, and 99, or I should say 100 to 126 is insulin resistance. 127 or higher is diabetes. So you have to get the patient's blood sugar under control. If they're anemic, you have to address that. If they have fatty acid metabolism, you have to address that. If they have liver or gut issues, you have to address that. I had gut issues. I tested with Cyrex Labs. Let me see if I can find my test over here. Here it is. So here we are with my Cyrex testing. All right. We've got actomycin, occludin, lipopolysaccharides. All of these were out of range. My gut function was horrendous. And the reason it was horrendous, I tested positive for parasites. And if you do blood work on a patient and you do a CBC with autodifferential, it's going to break down the white blood cells. My eosinophils were 26.2, normally should be 0 to 3. Part of that was because I was eating sushi. Not good. So here we have the Cyrex testing. And for Cyrex interpretation, we have it for you on our metabolic testing and treatment form. And it shows you right here, it takes array number 2, the gut function, and it takes 3 to 6 months to heal. And the actomycin is the degradation of the epithelial lining. Lipopolysaccharides, dysbiosis, more bad bacteria than good bacteria in the gut. And the occludin is the tight junctions are failing. The patient, like myself, has leaky gut syndrome. So this is why it's so important with peripheral neuropathy patients, folks, to address them metabolically. Get the blood work, get the Cyrex testing, get a 2105 stool microbial so you can see if they have parasites, yeast, fungi, mold, bacteria, virus. Get an ASI, an adrenal stress index. My adrenal glands were not working. See, it doesn't matter what you're doing neurologically if you don't decrease the patient's inflammation. Does that make sense to you? It should, because when I was just addressing my patients neurologically, there were a lot of them that were autoimmune that weren't responding. The reason they weren't responding, like myself, being autoimmune, the immune system's attacking the body. Now, Cyrex is coming up with another array number 5, and that's a beautiful thing because it's going to show you what part of the body is being attacked. So, run these tests. Run the organic acid test. You want to look at fatty acid metabolism, right? Carbohydrate metabolism. You want to look at all these things. B complex, energy markers. That's what the organic acid test is going to give you. So if you really want to get people better, you have to address them not only neurologically, but metabolically. Part of addressing the patient metabolically is getting the test, and then you're retesting the patient. So let's take a look back on the board here, and we go under the section peripheral neuropathy. You know, there's a peripheral neuropathy question and protocol. We use something called the rebuilder, and there's rebuilder instructions and how we utilize it. Yeah, I know there's guys out there promoting a health light booty, and that's fine too, but I've found the rebuilder to be more effective. I want to use what's effective. There's a peripheral neuropathy success secrets that you can send to patients. There's specific peripheral neuropathy ads. There's a free report. I mean, it's just great stuff. There's a short report. There's testing procedures. I mean, the bottom line is, folks, we get people better, nobody else gets better. That's what counts. That's what we do in our office. Now, peripheral neuropathy is just one of the many conditions that we address. Many, many chronic conditions. If you'd like to join our group, you can join our group for as little as $144 a month. That's on our specific level 1 program. There are 3 different levels that you can join at. The 3rd level is the ADD, ADHD, and level 2 gives you complete access to me. You can call or email me at any time. You can call or email any one of the doctors that works with me. Dr. Andy Barlow, Dr. Ed Byer, Dr. Jeff Donatello. Anytime, call these people, utilize them. Utilize myself. You know, the biggest frustration that I have, folks, in trying to help doctors is that, well, I don't want to call, you're busy. Listen, if you call me, your name goes on a list, and we don't connect right away. Your name goes on a list. I keep calling you back until we speak. When I get done with this video series here this morning, I'm going to be making calls to doctors. It's a Friday. I don't work on Fridays in my office. You shouldn't be working Fridays in your office. My goodness, you can see people Monday through Wednesday or Monday through Thursday and get the job done. Dr. Andy Barlow sees patients Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And he has one of the most successful neurometabolic practices in the country. You see, it can be done. You can design your own life. You can live the life that you want to live. You just have to make the choice that you are going to become a better clinician. And part of being a better clinician is addressing patients with chronic neurological problems. So for $144 a month, we offer a 6-month money-back guarantee. Send it back in 3 or 4 or 5 months if it's not for you. My guess is you're going to keep it. You're going to love it. Get up on the message board. And you know what? I'm looking for the top 10% of the profession. The top 10% that are passionate about what they do, they're focused about what they do, and they have a level of intensity that they're ready to go out and get it. If you're one of those people, join our group. I'm Dr. Michael L. Johnson. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video.